What's good, bro, and welcome back to another self-cut tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to perfect your C-cups. The C-cup is the area that's right above your eye, above your eyebrow, in between your ear. It basically just makes a C type of look of a shape. You do this when you have low tapers and mid tapers. When you do a high taper, you kind of take this line out completely. So if you do high tapers, do not worry about this. If you're doing a low taper like me right now or a mid taper, this is what makes the lineup pop extra hard. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up the hair in the area of where you're gonna put your C cup, and you're gonna do this in order to tell how high you can actually push the C cup. But before this, you actually just want to see which C cup is higher. My left side is a little bit higher, so I like to start on this side. And after looking at where the highest point is, or where the highest point your hair grows, I'm going to set in a first initial indent at the top of the C cup. What this does is basically, you know how like when you fade or when you do like a taper, you set in your first initial guideline and you set in guidelines after that. This is basically like the same step. You're just basically setting in a little indent at the start of the C cup and at the bottom of the C cup, which we'll do after. But you just want to make sure that start of the indent is nice and sharp and is angled slightly downward. I don't like to put mine super straight because that's when it starts to cut in, and then when my hair goes back out, that's when I start having a little stubble when the C cup is grown, and I don't really want that. I want this to look as sharp and as natural as possible, so I like to keep it as natural. So after setting in the first initial guideline at the top, we're going to use the sideburns. This is also why I don't like to cut the beard or like the neck hair right away at the start. I like to use this as like the bottom of the C cup guide, the reference for it, so I know how far in to push. And all I'm doing at the bottom of the C cup is just pushing in. At the top you tap, at the bottom you push in. And it should make this like nice and faint line to a point where now you can go in with the corner of the clippers and start making that indent where, you connect the 2 points. You connect the bottom and you connect the top and you go in a circular motion. That's why we use the corners, because the corners, obviously it cuts a little less, but you also have more control over how much it can curve. And as you can see, it's getting that nice curved C type of look pretty well. If you were to use the clipper like flat on, it would be a little harder, not only because the clipper is not a T-blade. A T-blade just basically means that the blade on it is a bit wider and you can kind of see the overhang on the blade, which makes it a bit easier to do stuff like this. So if you don't have a T-blade, I definitely recommend a T-blade for these type of little detailed type of things. And yeah, so you're basically just gonna keep going over it, just trying to make sure you're getting all the flyaway sticking out hairs and adjusting the clipper as needed. I would say that when you're making or when you're putting in the curve, definitely use the corners, but when you're taking out the stubble, as you can see me do right now, that's when you want to use more of the full blade, the full on thing of the clipper. It's just going to take it out a bit quicker and easier. And yeah, this part right here was basically just getting rid of like the little extra baby hairs that are just like, just kind of like stubble. And yeah, that's all you really have to do. The C cup isn't too hard. I think once you have this system in place where you first set in the initial indent at the top, set in the bottom indent, and then connect the 2 points, it makes it so much easier. It's so much easier just connecting the two rather than trying to, start at the bottom or start at the top and then go on to the other side and matching it. It just kind of makes it a bit hard. So that's how the C cup came out on my left side. And now we're going to match it onto the right, or not yet. Actually, we're just gonna keep detailing. Once you start cutting your hair, you start having an eye for things, and the smallest little hairs are just gonna like, it's like a pet peeve. It's just going to annoy you until you take it out. So I would preface that before I say to start cutting your own hair. You're gonna start having an eye for things, and you're gonna start seeing things that most people necessarily wouldn't even notice, honestly. But now we're going on to the other side, and as you can see, this side is a bit lower. The hair grows a bit lower compared to the other side, so I'm using my fingers right here to like match up, like, okay, the indent on the other side started here, and I'm gonna match it up with my finger right here. And you can see I'm pushing it in a little bit, like I just said, because the other side was a bit higher, or the point where my hair grows is higher on the other side compared to this side. So this side does have a little bit of stubble, but it's the same exact process, same exact steps. I think this side will probably be a little better because you will see the overhang. after this initial indent. And yeah, just using the corners, specifically just use the corners on that initial indent. You don't want to set in a pretty harsh straight line right across on, especially the top, because then it's gonna look like a weird C cup. You're gonna have like a L cup, and you don't really want an L cup. You want a C cup. You want the curved. You don't want the 90 degree angle, perpendicular, right angle type thing. It's been a while since I've been in school, but after the bottom indent, same exact process, just using the corners. And I like to think of it as like using a pencil. You hold a pencil really lightly and you're like drawing or like shading in an area. That's how you kind of want to hold the clipper. You want to be gentle with the clipper. Treat the clipper as if it was like, as if it was, $100 something that you just paid for it for. Treat it like it's its actual value, and you'll get the actual value that comes out of it. And yeah, just going across over and over. Don't be too scared to like, really press in with this, because that's how the hair actually gets cut. You don't want to like press down onto your skin, but definitely like, be a little like right here. I'm a little harsh with it right now. I'm trying to get out all the stubbles, all the hairs. You can be a little harsh, but not to a point where you're gonna like, cut yourself or have this area be super red. Um, Another key detail with the C cups is you just want to keep going over it over and over and over. Keep brushing down, keep going over it. That's how you really get it to like, pop at any time. I said any time type of thing. So let's say you go out, and you know how like when you go out you can't really see yourself unless you have a mirror type of thing. You go over this a couple of times, and I promise you, whatever direction your hair grows in or like flows in type of thing, the C cup is just gonna look perfect every single time. So in order to really get that C cup really, really popping and get rid of all those little stubbles, this is when you want to start using the razor. Um, I will have a razor tutorial coming out soon, but basically you put the razor into the razor holder, and you want to hold the razor at like a 45-degree angle. 45 is like half of 90, so you don't want it directly like poking at the skin, but you want it halfway of like poking it, and halfway of like laying on the skin, like flat type of thing. So I want to emphasize that in order to really get a pop in C cup, you have to stretch the skin as much as possible. This just makes it a bit easier to knock down all the little stubbles, but it also reveals all the little hairs that are sticking out and poking out from this area, so you can go back in with the trimmer if you need to, or even with the razor to take it out. And yeah, I think for the bottom of the C cup, using the razor is when it's really gonna have it pop and have it actually show. I think sometimes with the clipper, it doesn't really show too much, but once you go in with the razor, you really get that nice and dark C cup line looking nice and fresh. After you finish up the whole, razor process, I like to go back in with the clipper, and as you can see, there's a couple of little hairs that are just like, flying out of the way. So I want to get rid of those so that we have this perfect looking. Look at that. Wow. I don't even want like, wow. All right, now let's get back onto the other side. It's the same exact process. I noticed with the razor that on this side, oddly enough, with my left hand, it just looks weird. It feels weirder to do on this side compared to the other. I'm not too sure why. Maybe it's because it's not even my left hand, it's my right hand. Maybe my, like, when you're reaching across onto the other side, just makes it a bit easier. This side, it's like I'm not reaching across. It kind of feels like I'm doing makeup right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I can't really hold this like a soft pencil. But as you can see, what I was mentioning earlier, you can take out the line or the flyaway hairs with the razor by, going the opposite way and just lightly like tapping and pulling. I would say this is like a more advanced technique. I wouldn't suggest this to beginners. I tried this when I was a beginner, and I ended up with a whole bloody C cup. Like, the C cup was really sharp. To sum it all up again, to perfect your C cup, you want to start by setting an initial indent at the top of the C cup where the vertical bar and the C meet, maybe like half of an inch. And you want to set in the next indent at the bottom of the C cup, where you're just kind of just pushing the hair into where, the hair is supposed to start making its curve. And then after you have these two indents, you want to connect the two using the corner of the clipper and taking out all the little stubbles in between. You can use the razor, you can use the trimmer, either way works. If this tutorial helped you out, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want more direct help with your own self cuts, be sure to check out the Self Cut Club, the first link down in the description. This is my school community where I go more into depth and give you honestly more personalized help on how to cut your own hair. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next haircut tutorial.